video, I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing oatmeal replacement. So if you're like me and you love hot oatmeal, or as we like to call it in England, porridge, then this is for you. This is the Hot and Nutty Cereal that was actually the #1 recipe on my blog for a really long time, until my infamous sour cream and chive biscuits came and joined the party. So this is incredibly popular. It's especially popular in winter. It's portable. You can take it to the office and mix it up right there in the office microwave, or not. You can do it with hot water. It's very portable. If you're going to stay in a hotel, take some of this with you. It's fabulous. It will give you that hug in a bowl that you might have been missing for your keto journey. So here we go. It's super simple. I'm going to show you how to just make the one portion, but I'm also going to give you a link that gives you the sized up portion, because what I like to do is make a huge batch of this ready-made mix, keep it in the fridge, and then just take out my half scoop and add hot water as I need it. So this is just to make a regular batch, and then I will link to give you the quantities to make an enormous batch so that you can have some of this on hand as fast as any non-keto cereal you can imagine. So here we go. We are going to put our seeds and our nuts per the recipe in here. Now, I suggest in the recipe that you actually use a coffee grinder if you have one that hasn't been used to grind coffee, because then of course everything tastes of coffee. But you can use a Vitamix or a blender, but you do have to be careful. You might end up with a paste. So by all means, if you have a Vitamix, use it, or you don't have a coffee grinder, use it. Just be super careful. So I am going to put the lid on. Of course, with the blender, everything, if you have a variable speed blender, everything is down to 0. And we're going to switch it on. We're going to blend it, and then I just like to keep it moving to make sure that it's not turning into a paste. And you'll see that it is starting to get a bit sticky because it's sticking to the sides of the container. So once that happens, if you still need to blend more, because there are still, I'm seeing a few lumpy bits in there, then just short bursts and be real careful. Otherwise you're going to end up with a delicious paste. Okay, I'm going to pull that good. I am going to put that in my bowl. There's another reason why, once you've tried this once, you're going to go, I just want to make the the batch recipe, because of course it doesn't take any longer to make the 20 serving batch version as it does to make this 2 serving version. So, and if you're gonna get a Vitamix jug dirty, you might as well make it dirty for 20 servings and not just 2. So, and you'll see here there's a few, it's not a paste at all, it's completely dry, but you'll see that because of the Vitamix, it's actually, the things have started to clump together. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix that up, make sure it's free flowing. Then I'm gonna add the other nuts, which are already, they came ground. I've used almond meal in this because almond meal has, it has the skins. Almond meal is kind of brown and white speckly in the packet because it still has the skins. It's not blanched almonds or almond flour where the skins have been removed. That will help with the thickening when we go to make the actual porridge because the skins absorb liquid. Also gives you some more fibre and nutrients. So we're going to mix that all up. Then we're going to add our spice mix. Of course, you can totally go to town on this. When I first wrote the recipe, I did it with pumpkin pie spice. If you're not in the US, you might not be able to get such a thing as pumpkin pie spice, but you can certainly make it from the constituents ingredients. So really your spice mix can be whatever you want, but this version with the pumpkin pie spice has been amazingly popular. But if cardamom is your thing, or nutmeg, or any combination of spices, once you've tried this one, you can tweak it and go to town and change up those spices however you like. So that is actually how fast and simple was that. This is now your base mix for your hot and nutty cereal. So I'm going to add the last thing, which is, so in the recipe it says vanilla whey powder, vanilla protein powder. Some people, actually quite a lot of people, find that whey causes spikes in their blood sugar. So a lot of people don't want to use that. So you can use any unflavored or vanilla protein powder of your choice, whether that be casein or whey or whatever you like to use. And I now prefer, because the whole protein powder thing is a bit of a minefield out there, I prefer to use egg white powder, which is just egg white protein. So what I put in here is egg white powder, or egg white protein as it's called. So there we go. Now the protein's added. Now this is our base mix. So when you do the bulk recipe, you will have 10 times as much as this, which you can put in a mason jar or another container and store in the fridge so that it's ready at any time. So just make sure you mix it really, really well. And then here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to make it in the bowl. This is 2 servings. So what I need, so what you do when you're ready to go get your bowl of oatmeal in the morning, your bowl of oatmeal in the morning, is you're going to get your mix and you're going to add sweetener to your level of taste, some vanilla extract just to add some more delicious flavour there, and you're going to add a cup of boiling water. So I'm just going to get that water boiled. I actually boiled it earlier, so it's not going to take very long. It'll only take a minute here. So as I said, this is your base mix. This is what you will keep in the fridge. And normally, I think, I'm just reading here, I don't remember, yes, so half, what you want, when you make it normally, for 1 serving, you would take half a cup of your mix with half a cup of boiling water. Or if you're making it for 2, this whole serving with 1 cup of boiling water. when I link below to the batch recipe, that just means you don't have to do any math to scale it up to make the big batch all at once. So my water's boiling. I'm just going to get a cup. So 1 cup of boiling water. I'm going to add that in. I'm going to stir it up really well. I'm going to add sweetener and vanilla extract. And again, you can really play around with this. Once you've tried the original version, you can really play around with it in terms of extracts or spices that you or your loved ones love. You can also dial the sweetener up or down depending on your taste. The other thing you could do, and I will make sure there's a discount link below, is that instead of the vanilla protein powder or the egg white powder, you could actually use keto chow, a favorite flavor of keto chow. So maybe the pumpkin spice keto chow or the vanilla or whatever to this, so that then you'd have a bowl, you'd have all the nutrients of the keto chow and the protein, but it would feel like porridge. Now, because this is all made with natural ingredients, and sometimes the shred or how finely you blend it, or how fine the almond flour is, 1 cup may not be the perfect amount for you. So this has actually come out thicker than it normally does. Maybe I use different brands of ingredients. So, but it's a good point that you can, if you prefer a very runny porridge or oatmeal, you just add more water. It does take a minute to thicken up though. If you like it like this, which is, you know, more like eating like a pudding, like me, I put it in a bowl, I add some heavy cream, then leave it like that. But you can add a little bit at a time. You can add some more water to this to make it the consistency that you or your peeps prefer. And once you know how you like it, then just jot down on the recipe how much water you add per half scoop of mix, and then you won't have to go through the process of figuring out how much it needs. So you'll see that that is getting looser. Now, I do actually like, my mother made pretty thick porridge, so I like mine to be quite thick. If that's not you, then just add more water until it's where you want it to be. Now this is intended to be for 2 people, so then scoop it into your container, your bowl, your favorite mug. Add sweetener if you haven't. You could add Choc Zero syrups. There's a code for that below. Choc Zero syrups if you wanted. You could add heavy cream. So you can make this note meal or this hot and nutty cereal exactly how you would like it by various means. But that is how simple it is. And once you've made the big batch, it literally is your 1-minute breakfast. You have half a scoop of mix, You have half a cup or a little bit more of water, depending on how the consistency you like, and then you eat it as is, or you add your toppings, Choc Zero syrup, some other zero carb syrup that you like, heavy cream, granulated sweetener, or just eat it as it is. So there it is. There is your porridge. Enjoy.